Oh, hi, connections. I'm fin to pull from alignment and see what's all going on within the energy today on this wonderful Friday to wrap up November. Which November has been very delightful, I must say. So I'm looking forward to see what enlightenment we have going into December to wrap up this year. I'm hoping some alignments become, complete. People actually go into the right placements and things like that. I'm hoping for that. But we're gonna see. It's all going on. I'm gonna start off with the Eightfold Path and see where the mind is at and where to be headed to. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. I think I want to flip through the stations really quick. Where's the mind? Spirit, where are you? And it's snowing. It's the second day of snow for November. That's the second day that it snowed. Not back to back, but within the month. It snowed. I woke up this morning and I said, it wasn't snowing hard. It's like little pickaboos, or like little snowflakes. And I was like, it's snowing. Second day of snow. I was gonna get up and record, but I do like to just enjoy moments, and that was one of the moments I just enjoyed. And we got 3 cards. Okay, Spirit. And I don't know which one even came out first. I'm tricking with. So we're gonna rock with past, present, and future again. We got right mindfulness, right view, and right concentration. Mm. The past to be right mindfulness, the present to be right view, and the future will be right concentration. Ooh, that makes me excited going into December. To wrap the month up. Wrap the month up. I'm already done with December. We already done with December 12. We wrapping the month up with right concentration. That's great, but we're going into December with right concentration. That's great. And the mind presently is on right view in your past, right mindfulness. But that's really great. Mindfulness came up in a really important aspect. As you, memory is full. You need to project. So obviously that went very well. Expressing self went very well. So you got the right view. The mind is presently on right view and headed to right concentration. That makes me really happy to know. Um, we're gonna go over to the Divine Energy Oracle. And this one catching my attention. I'm just gonna show his picture because he's catching my attention. I know he's catching my attention. There's something about this. It's really funny too. 'Cause I put my Beetlejuice earrings in today, and this one catching my attention. It's intriguing. Right at the top, got the law of polarity, energy. Speaking of eternal energy, people who's already on the eternal side, they always pull through on holidays. See, you best to believe they always pull through. They always there. This is loud, but I don't like feeling like I'm talking over TV. Like I already got a delicate voice, and I don't want to be screaming. But oh, Dunkin' Donuts. I think I might get me some coffee. I've been enjoying Dunkin' Donuts. I'm a late person to enjoying their food, but I've been enjoying their food, their breakfast food. They were a squirrel. There's a few squirrels and there's another one on another tree. It's intriguing because something was brought to my attention about squirrel a squirrel, not squirrels, but a squirrel. And it was an aspect of somebody in New York had a squirrel as a pet. And I guess they ain't allowed to have squirrels as pets. So eventually somebody wound up finding out that they had a squirrel. Um, and they wound up taking the squirrel and cutting the squirrel's head off to test it to see if it had rabies. I was like, oh my God, it was so horrible. The way the story was brought to me, it was just like oh my God, like almost, why did you just tell me this? Because you might be wondering the same thing with me because it is random. But before I was told that story, I did start noticing the squirrels on the wire line. Intriguing. That's the whole message within itself. Pardon me, the squirrels catching my attention intriguingly, but it just caught me off guard. Like, oh my God, that sounds so horrible. That reminded me of some almost slavery type of stuff to an extent when people were just running people's houses and snatch their families up and do whatever to them. That's what it reminded me of, because somebody raising a squirrel pretty much as a pet, they look at it as like a family member. For somebody just to come in there and just take it and cut its head off just to test if it got rabies. But it's like, you had to have the squirrel for a good amount of time. The individual had to have some type of side effects if it had rabies. It's just like, you would have been noticed that something was off. But it just sounded like a bullying form to me. It was intriguing. Whether that's a true statement or not, I honestly don't know. It's just, it was brought to my attention. And I was like, oh my God, that is a horrible story. But it really made me think, just because there is people who have pets, like dogs, and they don't ever get them tested like for fleas or nothing. And it's just like, why those type of situations don't get observed as much as that one did, where it was so extreme, where you cut somebody a whole fucking squirrel head off just to see if it got fucking rabies, and it probably didn't even have rabies. That's the intriguing part. But people can have pets like dogs. That's like something that's welcome, and they got fleas and shit. Then they have company and shit, and they just be hopping all over them because they don't take them to get their pets tested for them shots and things. You got to keep those shits updated. But I don't know. It made me think about that. And when it's on the flip side, where it's you allowed to welcome something, but you don't even make sure it get its shots and stuff. And fleas, that shit contagious. It's contagious. It just hops right on you. You automatically know you've been attacked because your ankles start itching. And they leave bruises. Like little bumps. But that was a whole little ramble, but it's just, when it comes to different perspectives and how things go, it's intriguing to me. Honestly, I thought that was real jacked up. Like, Jesus. That's jacked up. Well, we're going to see what the message is. And the message is, tune out distractions. Seek hidden treasures. Tune out distractions and seek hidden treasure. I like that. I like that. I like that. Who at the bottom? Look who's at the bottom. Speak up. Speak up. That sounds important, just from what I just said. You might be dealing with something of that nature. Honestly, speak up. I know you got some type of perspective on it. Your perspective is really important. And it's intriguing because that's an energy where it's not trying to rile something up. It's just, people really be going through things. And it's an aspect of, I want to say, not feeling heard. I don't think how to explain this. the way it's coming to me. That's such a sensitive topic. It's Jesus. Give me a minute. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but it's the energy. It's intriguing. But my mind feels really like stuck at the moment. Very intriguing. My mind feels stuck at the moment. Ay, ay, ay. As I said, it's not trying to rile things up. It's the aspect of people need to know. Because sometimes people really think things don't be happening, or they just be the only ones in that type of situation, or they just, as I said, don't feel heard. If that makes sense, like you're going through something, but like that situation I said about the squirrel situation, I don't see. As I said, I don't know if that's a true statement, but if that was somebody's situation, that's a painful situation because they had it for a while. So most people, honestly, you bring something in like that, you grow a bond with it. So I'm pretty sure it was like a family aspect, and they just came in there and snatched the goddamn family up and cut the head off with no sorry or nothing. Just you weren't supposed to have it, and that just comes to be a whole nother perspective because that becomes a whole nother freaking perspective when it even comes to that. Because honestly, people say people ain't even supposed to have kids and things, but they got them. You know that they shouldn't be having certain type of things, but they got them. That's the intriguing part. Honestly, this is how I said about. I know it's in certain areas where it's okay to have dogs and things like that, but still, you're supposed to go get those damn dogs their shots. You know that's some real contagious shit. You having company and stuff, but you don't tell your company that your pets ain't got its shots, and they getting attacked by fleas. Then they go spread it all around. That's almost bad as the goddamn. I don't know if I wanted to use that aspect, but like the HIV aspect where it's just contagious. That's something actually I thought about kind of recently because something like that came across my radar and a metaphor. Not with me having it, it's just, it could have been metaphorically helping people and not knowing how contagious it is metaphorically and how it spreads. But when I thought about it, honestly, a person who has that and don't tell nobody and they just people get upset by certain things like that. Like they feel like they about to die, so they want everybody else to hurt too. They just go and cut themselves and just go touch every goddamn thing. And all it takes is like the blood aspect just to touch it. You know how contagious that is and how fast it can just, it's a done deal. Now I didn't think about it until like later on. Like, oh my God, that's intriguing, honestly. What a topic today, Jesus. What a topic today. What a topic today, Jesus. It's just we're gonna see what universal law is standing out today. Since that energy is so important. And at the bottom of the deck it says speak up. The law of rhythm. That's what it is. Rhythm. Look at the bottom. The law of oneness. The law of divine oneness. Not surprising. That makes a lot of sense with this energy. It makes a lot of sense. I want to see what zodiac is standing out. It's almost like the law of vibration. Honestly, it's just what's the most important is, honestly. And as I was saying before, I don't know if I haven't finished it. It's holiday time. Eternal always pops through. So they definitely gonna pop through on the ones that's definitely going through it, who's in pain, feel unheard, unseen, that light shining on them in a comforting form. It's that energy. Yeah, you're not alone aspect. And I was thinking like it's remind me of that Me Too aspect, but it's just that's the energy, the way it's coming through. It's the law of rhythm. It's definitely in a pain form coming through. I see you. You're not alone. I hear you. Those are the aspects of the energy. I understand. Things of that nature. It's that energy. Pisces. Ah, that's and Pisces is in my fourth house. Is family and relationships. It's family based. It's pain. Which goes right back to us. The way even with the example I gave, it reminded me of a family structure. Somebody just coming there and just taking your family and just, you know, the snow looks so gorgeous. There's nothing you can do about it. It reminded me of, honestly, slavery time to me personally. I want to say even segregation time, where certain people can just do certain things to you and there's nothing you can do about it. Definitely if you were a lighter person, you were a person of a darker complexion, the lighter person can just come in there and just do whatever to you. And there's nothing your family could do other than just observe. It's what I feel like one of those type of like energies to me, honestly. That's just what it reminds me of. And that's a painful situation that a lot of people go through even within this day and age, because that's a recent aspect that I just heard about. And it was with an animal metaphorically, but I'm pretty sure they looked at that animal as a goddamn family member. Because I look at my pets when I have a pet like, oh, that's my baby. I treat my pets better than humans, honestly. That's the intriguing part. And not on purpose. It's just they can't talk or nothing. You gotta pay them a lot more of attention. It's almost like common sense, but so I get it when it comes to that energy, honestly. But we got Pisces. It's a family structure for sure. I knew it was family based. We got ruling planet Neptune, element water. It's the water that's making it the rhythm. It's snowing harder now, Jesus. How intriguing. That's where the weather is. It's the energy for sure. That's the intriguing part. I want to give an example, but I can't remember exactly when it was. It was most recent, but we had some weather and it was fog. It was the eternal side, deep, deep. Like you can see them. They are in a form. It might not have been a form like what you expect like this, but they were deep. And I think it came through in the translation, like saying, like, your eternal guidance is, they're super surrounding school bus. Definitely a lesson for sure. They were deep. And we had 2 days back to back of fog. And this weather is that same aspect. It's cold. But it's intriguing because for me, it's coming off beautiful. But I can see the pain in it. It's intriguing. Ay, Jesus. My mind feels in a lot of different places right now, which is really intriguing. My mind feels in a lot of different places. It's just this is the energy that's coming through. But you gotta be sensitive with other people, so you have to have empathy with other people's pain, even when you're not understanding that pain, because you might not be in that pain or you may never experience the type of pain. It's the sympathy part, the empathy part, compassion part. And that's what I feel like I'm dealing with right now, even though my mind it's in other places. Like, I'm really not in a painful situation at the moment, honestly. Now I'm thankful and grateful for that. But I have been through this type of a pain, metaphorically. Definitely when it comes to my own child and a different metaphor. It's just, as I said at the moment, I'm not in no pain situation. And I had to speak on the pain situation, and I had to have empathy, literally, because that's what somebody's going through. That's the intriguing part. It's remind me of like any type of job, metaphorically, where you have to put your own personal business to the side and do the job. It's like one of those energies I'm dealing with right now, and it's really intriguing, honestly. My mind feel a little scattered, intriguingly, which is not surprising because it is the end of the month and we're heading into some whole new energy. But yeah, we got the 6th house and the 8th house. It probably definitely is reminiscent energy. Just because I pulled these earrings out, and I am speaking of like a death energy, metaphorically, somebody going got killed really quick. The energy don't ever disappear. That's the intriguing part. But we got 8th house here and after energy. Then we got 6th house. It's a service or a debt or the need to take you off focus. Something could be trying to take you off focus, but that goes with the first card that I pulled, which was from the Divine Oracle, which is saying tune out distractions. Something is really trying to distract you. Or you're dealing with a service or a debt energy. Which that debt could be in the aspect of what I just talked about. It's bad karma. You fixing that is intriguing. That puts you into a debt form. And the service is like what I'm doing, as into even projecting it. That's the intriguing part. Jesus. I need to see the order of the houses really quick. Communication. Your balance is in reverse. Coming through a portal. Use your senses. Yep, represents the foundation of life. Your teaching is in reverse. Here and after. Oh, look at that. I have to backtrack really quick. Got separated. This is separation energy. Very intriguing. Let me show you. Flip that back over here really quick. This communication, and it's dealing with the 8th house, which is here and after energy. Which intriguingly, even if you look at the 6 and the 8, it goes from automatically. Even the work that I do, I'm already working off both of these energies. You see me, but I'm translating eternal energy. And it's just like the 6, it is half of it. Then it goes right into communication. There's communication. Your balance is in reverse. Something is no longer here, but it's here. Through a portal. It's coming through a portal. There's communication in the air, for sure. Use your senses. You will sense it. It represents the foundation of life. It's a family structure. It's going with Pisces energy. What was that? Your teaching is in reverse. You're probably learning this lesson, honestly. You're not teaching this. Somebody might be teaching this to you. And this is your person. It's a material value or physical value. Y'all separated. They're on the eternal side. Your aspiration or ambition is on the eternal side. You're here, but they're on the eternal side. And that's what thrives you. What thrives you is on the eternal side. That's a hard one. This is what I speak of all the time, even when it comes to myself. What gets you to going? What gets you out that bed? I'm just so ready for the day. Whatever it is, it's on the eternal side. It had to be a family member, a child, something you loved. Love. That's a hard energy. And I feel sad, Jesus. Empathy, compassion. That's a Jesus, got me sad. Ay ay ay. I get it now. Jesus. Ay ay ay. Give me a second, Jesus. That's sad. Ay ay ay. That's a hard one to keep moving forward on. Ay ay ay. Let me dab my little eyes. That's the lesson. You have to learn that lesson now. You in a different class concept of working with that energy now that they're clear. Yeah. It's such a beautiful but sad energy. Jesus. You know how sometimes I feel like yeah, that really made me sad. Somebody ever tell you something, and just how I said before, like, oh my God, this is a sensitive topic. You know, you're supposed to be compassionate and have empathy within this energy. Then it's like you really hear what they're saying, or you really think about it. Oh my God, I feel like that's how this happened to me. Like, oh my God, I get it. I live this energy literally. Definitely will come to aspiration. Oh my God, your aspiration is gone from you. How do you function? How do you function? This is the energy that people, they probably stop going to work. They probably don't get out the bed. What is thriving you? It's on the eternal side. Which for me, it's like I know better. I know it's still present. It takes a long time to register that metaphorically. Just even with me being spiritual as I am, and always speaking about spirituality, us spiritual people, we still do forget. Even when that flesh stops, they're still there. That's why some people, they have celebrations and parties when people die. They don't be crying. They be happy because it's like you're still there. It's a new lesson. Happy New Year, pretty much. It's easier said than done, for sure. And that's a sad energy. Jesus Christ. It's in reverse. It's on the eternal side. That's hard. It's beautiful, but it's hard. I hope this isn't. That changed the order. I don't know. I feel like I missed grab. It was more cards. There's a bundle here. Anywho, I think that's the way it was. That's your person on the eternal side. Halfway. And it goes with intelligence, distance, romance, and spouse. You're going to be learning intelligence from a distance. This could be your partner. This could be your spouse. This could be marriage energy, which I've been talking about marriage energy a lot. I see why I put my earrings in today. Call on them. Seek out your partner. They will guide you. They're still there. They're still there. I get it. It's so sad. You might not even got to the kid aspect of them. So what I'm getting, like, it could have been a pet. Some people look at their pets, as you know, like they're what drives them. Like, this could be literally just been your spouse. But it came out as half of you. Of oneness, your oneness is in reverse. Next, back to the balance. It's back to the beginning. But your balance is in reverse, coming through a portal. Use your senses. Represents the foundation of life. You're learning a lesson. They're teaching you this lesson on the eternal side. That they're probably still present. They're present. Now you just have to recognize signs, which the 12th house came out as to use your senses. Jesus, Lisa, it's so sad. And at least on a path, and then you're gonna be headed to right concentration. You're gonna be knowing how to recognize signs. Oh my God, this came out in a different energy too. Yesterday, intriguingly. Yesterday on Facebook, I seen something about somebody said somebody was about to be getting like buried. They going to a funeral tomorrow, but they were enjoying a moment. But they know tomorrow. I was like, oh my God, I got to be burying you. But it's like I told them that's funny because I commented and said, listen to "Welcome Back" by Mace. It's a guy named Mace, and he sing this song called "Welcome Back." Cause it's like I ain't go nowhere. This is that same dog on energy, and it came out with the right effort. Your mind was on the right effort. It was on mindfulness because you were thinking about the situation, but the right effort is to remember I ain't gone. I ain't gone. This is just a new lesson. Like school taught you that there's different lessons. And this one is a lesson where you have to learn energy. Energy. Which hopefully while they were here, you paid attention to their energy. That's why you really have to observe people. I'm gonna say something that as I say, and I'm learning, you have to practice what you preach. When you're with people, really, they call that enjoy the moment. Learn them. Learn them. Like I most recently was with somebody, and I can't tell you nothing really about them where it really counts. It's just like people waste a lot of time. How do they behave when they're happy? How do they behave when they sad? Like, even if they don't like project it, do they get silent? Do they not talk? Like things like that you have to pay attention to. So when they're actually gone, you know how they would try to communicate with you still, if that makes sense. Like I'll have to use a kid as an example. I use kids a lot because adults do it too. But with me being the oldest out of 7, I noticed that certain behaviors pop out in younger people. Definitely when they want to get your attention. It's like they intensify their behavior just to get your attention. And then normally it will upset you. So imagine a person who already feel like they're having a difficult time getting your attention, but they have to intensify it because you don't even think they're there. If that makes sense. And you might get irritated because they're trying to get your attention. But the way that they have to get it is coming through in a way where it's like, oh my God, you're not understanding it. But it's like you should have learned that lesson while they were here. Which I kind of understand that lesson. That lesson is feeling familiar to me when it comes to somebody else in a different form. But that's part of the lesson. Why does it irritate you? And why did they try to get your attention in that form? For me, it reminded me of a kid, which adults do the same behavior. But if you ever seen a kid, when they feel like they're being neglected and they want your attention, they intensify the behavior just to get your attention. It works. That's the intriguing part. It works. You just be upset. It comes off the same way the eternal side does. Because they have to. How's they going to really get your attention? Ay. That's so freaking intriguing. That's that same energy. I just really thought about that I seen yesterday on Facebook. Very, very intriguing. Um, I love when things just fall into a beautiful alignment. Now I feel a little sad and a little bad at the same time. I don't feel bad in the bad like way where it's like, oh my God, I have a regret. But it's just like when they say compassion, you need to have compassion, you need to have it. Which I'm glad I didn't, just be careless with it. Like, oh my God, like my attention is over here. I want to focus on that. Forget everybody else's feelings. Like, I know better than that. And it's like, that's not really how I was feeling. But seeing that really made me so sad. It was like spirit hit the switch on me, like, oh, ma'am, you know this one, right? Exactly. Exactly. Compassion, empathy. Speak up. You know this lesson, ma'am. It's one somebody else have to learn. And it's snowing a lot now. Ay, ay, ay. That really made me. I'm still a little sad. Boy, oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. Who at the bottom of the zodiacs? Leo. And then Kendra. I want to pair these up really quick. I'm going to pair them up in two. Just because we got Pisces energy and it's based off two. And this is definitely a here and after energy. Definitely when it comes to sixth house. And this eighth house is reminding me of something separate, almost like a yin and yang energy. Even though I did say, because eighth house do go with things hidden in secret, which is somebody on the eternal side. It's coming off like they're hidden in secret. You can't see them anymore. You can still feel them. You recognize signs. You're probably thinking about them a lot, and a lot of reminiscent energy because they're still with you. You ever watched lyrically? Is it Beetlejuice? Is that in Beetlejuice? Where that couple was in that house and somebody else moved in the house, they were still there. They were still there. Their energy was still there. It's that same type of energy. They're gone, but they were still there. And only one person recognized the energy, and it was the daughter. Like the parents, they were so I don't know how to express that at the moment, honestly, but they were so stuck in their own selves, metaphorically, that if they say if it was a snake, it would have bit them, and it would have bit them because it was there, and it just la la la. But the daughter recognized it, and it's intriguing because the daughter seemed like she was a little gothic, metaphorically, but I don't want to make it a stereotype where it's like, oh, there's this dark, so of course they will recognize darkness. It says a lot when it comes to a spiritual level, and you recognize in something that is really there. I'm just saying. Because I've recognized. I listen to gothic music sometimes, um, or like hard metal, things like that, and it'd be a lot of pain within that music. Pain, and it's not surprising. It's in the dark. People think it's not there. It is pain in the dark that people think ain't there. What you expect? What do you expect? You know, it's just I never really heard of too much. I don't know what expression to use when it comes to that, but a lot of love and yay energy when it comes to gothic music. Honestly, there might be some, but it's pain. It's pain. It is pain. When I actually listen to the words, when you get past a little metal banging and stuff like that, and you hear what they're saying, you're like, oh my god, this is pain. This is pain all day. It's almost like, honestly, listen to like country music, which I love country music. There is some little happy music in there, but normally it's sad. When you listen to the words, that they're sad. It's the same thing with Gothic stuff. It's pain. That's the energy where a lot of messed up things happen. It's incest happening, rape happening, and it just go missed. And they just looking like, what about me? And it's just like, it gets missed. Even though it's so obvious, it is obvious. They're the example that I'm giving when it comes to kids, and they turn up to get your attention. Like, what more turn up do you need than some goddamn hard metal to let you know I'm going through it? Help. Pain, 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 god damn it. I'm in pain. There's one that I actually like, but I like the music honestly, but sometimes you just gotta be realistic and to understand what the hell you listening to. You know, like the sample might be great, you resonating with it because you understand it, but it's one I can't think of the name of it right. Well, who actually the artist is, but it's called "Can You Hear Me?" Can you? I'm trying to think of the words. Can you hear my? I think it's called. What is it called? Oh my god! Can you hear my heart? I think that's the name of it. But it was so much pain. It was intriguing, honestly. And that energy from just the video, it sounded like it was a sacrifice going on, honestly. And somebody seemed like they weren't honest because they were afraid. And he was pretty much saying, "I'm sorry, mama." Something's, I can't remember exact all the words in there. I put myself on spot a little bit. I always do that sometimes because certain things do remind me of it, but it's like when I observe it or I'm just taking it in, I just take it in and, put my puzzle pieces together, but I don't be like locking in the names and things like that. I just be like, it makes sense to me. I be enjoying moments metaphorically, but the moments be significant in situations like this, and you would understand a little better if I knew like the name of it, so you can go and maybe look it up, or that's what you're going through. You understand it, you listen to it too. But something I got to work on. I notice when it comes to myself, definitely when it comes to movies or music, it's like I be enjoying the moment, But as I said, those moments be really significant um, in situations like this, because it's that song for sure, and I think it's really called "Can You Hear My Heart." I have my phone. I can look it up really quick. Where's my phone? It's in my mind right now. There's a few of them, but um, that one specifically catching my attention at the moment. Is "Can You Hear My Heart?" Bring me the horizon. Can you feel my heart? That's what it is. Not can you hear my heart. Can you feel my heart? Do you feel my pain? That's this energy. Can you feel it? It's the law of rhythm. You feel this. And you should have compassion or empathy. Because you've been through this lesson, maybe in a different twist of an angle, which that's the intriguing and beautiful part when it comes to perspectives. But there's no way that you wouldn't understand this, or even if you ain't never experienced nothing like this, where you just won't have compassion in it because you feel it. Like, ow, I feel like I'm hurting. Ah, that's the name of it though. Bring me the title. Bring me the horizon. The song is called "Can You Feel My Heart?" Ah, Jesus, this is the person. You can look it up. It's that video right there. But that's this energy for sure. That's why I had to look it up. Like, this seems so familiar. Can you feel my heart? Can you feel this pain? It's in the dark. Let's pair these up like what I say really quick. We got Taurus and Libra. Hi, balance. This could be. Are you actually dealing with yourself? Are you dealing with the Taurus? Virgo and Gemini. Ah, how funny is that? Speaking of the two perspectives, you get first responder with two perspectives. Both important. That's two perspectives. That's just what I was talking about. That's the beautiful part about perspectives. And this is the Virgo is coming off as a first responder on two different perspectives. But I think I gave two perspectives. I did. I gave the example about the squirrel. Somebody having a pet as a squirrel. They weren't supposed to metaphorically have it wherever they were staying, which was in New York. They weren't supposed to have squirrels as pets, from what I heard. And they did. And somebody found out, and some people came in there and confiscated their little pet and cut the head off to test for rabies. But people can have dogs and don't get them tested for fleas. And that's contagious. And it spreads very quickly. But nobody talks about that. That's two very important perspectives. That's a first responder aspect. Very intriguing, huh? Aries and Aquarius. We got passion in the air. A lot of light in the air. Let's look at this really quick. This is going with the New Year energy. Should be feeling great. Should be feeling really great. It's passion in the air. Even if you're dealing with the Taurus and Libra, you feeling balance within yourself. Or that could even be with the energy of whatever you connected to on the eternal side. That connection's still there. You're balanced. You should feel very, very, very just good. Very on thrive mode. Your guidance is definitely got you on. You feel great. It's a feel great energy. Aries and Aquarius, it's passion. It's passion. And it's in the air. That's the intriguing part. It's passion in the air. This made me feel like an energy that I was just feeling. I really don't feel that way today, honestly. You can tell by the way I'm dressed. I feel normal. I feel like a normal day, metaphorically. I feel good. The only thing I really plan on doing today is honestly my hair. I'm ready to just go and fix my hair up. Pretty much like a redo. Just tighten it all up. Get myself ready for the new year. I don't want to go into the new year not tidied uppy, if that makes sense. So that's where my focus is at mainly, is making sure that I'm doing pretty much my spring cleaning to go into the new year when it comes to just myself, metaphorically. I feel like that was a little random. Part of me, it's just, I want to speak on myself at that aspect when it comes to you just feeling great. It's in the air. It's the eternal guidance that got you feeling great. There could be nobody else around you. It's just passion is in the air. Just like it's holiday time, you just feeling great. It's in the air. Passion is in the air. That's the only thing I can say with that energy. So you might be feeling that same way. Passion is just in the air. Capricorn and Sagittarius together. Bomb energy. Bomb energy. It's almost like this passion in the air, but you got the arrogant one hitting all types of frequencies. It's thriving all these. It's thriving all of these. You got these two together. I said you got these two together. Oh my Jesus, that is a beautiful energy. I love me some Jupiter. Jupiter be having me look crazy sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie. I say it all the time. I express it all the time. But always have me on thrive.com. Be confident because I got you. Energy. You might look crazy, but you best believe you're right, ma'am. I would never leave you nor forsake you. You'd be pulling that energy on me, but do be having me look crazy because I be spelling things wrong. I be saying it wrong. But it's like, I don't need none of that at the end of the day. It's like, just say it. I bet it all makes sense at the end of the day. It's showing me that I don't need these tools metaphorically just to trust my guidance. That's all that is. It's like, I'll be showing you this, and I'll be saying that this is Aquarius and that's Taurus, even though this says Sagittarius and Capricorn. But within that storyline, it would be based off of those energies. That's the intriguing part when it comes to that energy. It's an arrogant energy. But it's always right. It's always right. That's the part that gets me. These two together. These two together. This is a bomb energy. Because it's just like walking down these aisle. Like, I want to be this energy. I want to be this energy. Probably already am, but literally still. Because we are in Sagittarius. We are in Sagittarius season. This is Sagittarius season. And hitting all the frequencies, which goes with the law of rhythm anyway. So yeah, it is what it is. They walking down the goddamn aisle and just hitting every frequency. It's like, this literally remind me of marriage and walking down the aisle. And you just talking to people and you able to just, I'm resonating with you. I got the answer. Next, got the answer. This, every frequency. Got the arrogant and bold one to get. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is, it goes right back to the top. It goes right back to the damn top of Taurus and Libra. It's balanced. It is balanced. Then you got two perspectives with a first responder. Then you got passion in the air. Compliment to these ones for sure. Can hit every frequency. And got the answer. Oh, that's so beautiful. Jesus Christ, it made me happy. Jesus. So I want to be this energy. But I can just imagine this is me and my spouse. We just on Jesus. Even though it's in one. This literally could be one person. That's the intriguing part. Even when it goes back to this first aspect of you could be dealing with yourself. Another Taurus. Or it's the eternal side. It's energy. Like the passion in the air. This honestly reminds me of a person like me. A tarot reader. You keep getting people, like somebody come to you for a reading, and you just thriving, you just giving them what they need. They just, oh my God, how did you know that? You're balanced out and you can hit every frequency. It don't matter who you're dealing with. You're balanced. You got the answer. You just know the right. This is like magician energy. You just know what to say. That is beautiful. I like that one. Where is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one. And we on Crossway. We on Crossway. It's Friday. It's sacrifice energy. And it's actually a holiday too. A native heritage, I believe. That's the holiday today. It's not surprising. It's a frequency, like a cornfield. When I say frequency, I always think of a cornfield. Different rows, and look how close those rows normally be. But as soon as you go to the next row, you on a total different frequency. It reminds me of people who live in I want to say small towns or things. And you can just drive to one town to the next town. Like, oh my Jesus. But when you can visually see how close those roads are and how fast you can hop to like a different dimension, that's a beautiful energy. That made me so happy. Jesus Christ. I like that energy a lot. Let's keep going. Pardon me. It's just, I don't know what order this was in. Jesus Christ, is that it? So I got 3 more in my hand. It is Leo, Cancer, and Scorpio. Oh, we got the sun and moon. You got the sun and moon. The 2 waters. 2 waters and the sun. That's the energy. This is all water. The last cards are all water in the sun. You already know the example I'm about to give, and if you don't, this is an energy of we are the fish, and the sun is out, like the parent. This is the parent. This is our guidance. And they're shining on us. Certain people are naturally going to stand out. And this is from the jump. What I noticed is the pain. If you are in pain, you've been in the dark, you're going to get spotlighted out. Parent attention is on you. It's the balance. Then it's the two perspectives. It's the first responder. That's so beautiful. There ain't no water over here. Ain't no water over here. All the water is all over here. All the water together. Very intriguing. And we just left out of Scorpios. That's funny, Jesus. That's funny. Because actually, you probably be getting tired of hearing this, but I'm not. I just learned my birth chart last month. I've been hearing about birth charts. Like, I watch other tarot readers and I hear them talk about birth charts. And I just never really was like, I should go check out my birth chart. But I most recently was like, I want to get a birth chart reading. And I was able to go and get an actual reading, like in person, at the Gift of Light Expo. They had an expo center here, and they had a bunch of tarot readers and Reiki readers, not Reiki readers, Reiki healers, and just a bunch of spiritual people in one room together, which I was so happy by, which I have to say they were in Columbus, Ohio. This is the activity that happened in Columbus, Ohio, that I actually was so happy I got to participate in, honestly. But in my birth chart, I learned I am this. Majority of my chart is in water. Majority of my chart is in water. Actually, I'm gonna get the little thingy right now. But my first house and my 12th house, like, that's the best part. It even made me cry. I got to water myself off this energy. Intriguing, Jesus. My identity, my actual self, Scorpio's energy. My senses, which goes right back to first house, how I identify myself, Scorpio's energy. All water based. My family structure, Pisces energy, which for me is going different ways. And then Cancer energy. I don't know if I had Cancer in my chart. I don't remember where Cancer was at. Pardon me. I gotta get the thingy really quick. But for me, it's going back into probably Pisces energy, family structure in general. And with me operating with them, like, I'm on the eternal side already. I will still know what's going on. Like, I'm still there with you. It's almost like the Jesus concept with the footprints in the sand. Like, the footprints are there. You don't see me, but you know I am there because you can look over and see the footprints. But even if you don't see the footprints, it's literally like the energy, like, I'm still there with you. If something really extreme happened, you best to believe I'm going to pop up. That's the intriguing part. And it's like, why gotta be something extreme? I don't know. It's just how my energy operates, honestly. It's just the way it operates. And I know that's a true statement. That's why I say it's just the way I operate. I pop up when something really, really is important happening. Something's really wrong. I just don't pop up just because. I pop up when something is wrong. It's just the way my energy operates. And it's that Cancer's energy. It's the moon energy. It's the light in the dark. Nobody else will be able to help within that situation other than a person like me. Let's see. Cancer. I don't remember having Cancer in my chart at the moment. Let me make sure I was. Oh, it's in my 9th house. Long journeys. Things taking a long time. And it's normally because it's in the dark. You have to be spiritual for this. This goes with a lot of what I've been talking about. Because a lot of times you have to have patience. This is the energy. You always got to be so calm on top of that. And patient. Because things take time. And when you're dealing with, even about talked about the hard metal type of music, people in pain. And a lot of times their pain comes from situations where nobody else will believe it. You have to be spiritual to be tapped in to understand it. Or just to get missed like it's not true, because a lot of it do be incest, rape, where it's like nobody else was around to see it. Like going to court and things like that, if you have to work off that concept of in the invisible. There's no other way that you will recognize it. It's literally just gonna go their word against yours, and nobody else was there to justify it for you, so it'll get missed. That's why you have people like me, tarot readers, palm readers. We are your answer in the dark. It's coming off as that Cancer's energy. It's the water energy, because we're already connected with you. And I always get this example like a rainbow. The way for me when I normally read, like I don't just read for no reason. I always be called to read like a time to pull from the energy. I don't just do it because like I just want to know what's going on. I just don't. But it normally be the energy, like rhythm is off. Rhythm is off, vibration is off. Think of like a rainbow. Like a perfect rainbow going over, and it's wavy like heat waves. Something is wrong. Like I don't know if you've ever seen it, because I don't think it's metaphorically happens, but that's the way we feel it when it comes to that song, like Bring Me My Horizon. Can you feel my heart? Something is off. Why is the goddamn frequencies functioning like heat waves when they're supposed to be a smooth sail? Something is wrong. Pull from the energy and see what's wrong. It's always that type of an energy. When something is wrong, you just will naturally know. Even if you don't see it, you will feel it. Like something is off. Like you just ever, normally they say that's like a female's intuition, but you just feel something is off. And most people, I honestly say, you should know when something is wrong within your family structure. And if you don't, that it just shows you don't pay attention. But probably distracted. You need to tune out those distractions. So busy with work, and I get it. But a lot of people miss that aspect. But luckily you got people like me, but still, you're not paying attention. There's no way that you naturally should not, there's no way that you naturally should not know if something's wrong with your foundation. You should know it, but some people, they do know, like I've noticed, but it gets missed if you're not dealing with other people who have the same type of gift as you to recognize it, or you dealing with people who don't believe in your gift in general to know that you know when something's wrong with your goddamn structure. Like the audacity of you to know something is wrong with your structure. Yeah. Yeah. Long journeys. It takes a long time sometimes for this. Because they don't work off the spiritual concept. Definitely when it comes to justice, I've noticed. They don't, that in the invisible concept is something they just say, but they don't actually function with it. Even though they know a lot of pain situations happen. Look how many cases come in there that be so painful that I ain't got nobody who was there with me. It was just me and that individual. How do you think that case is about to go then? That's the intriguing part. I got raped, definitely when you're dealing with incest and family situations, That'd be a hard situation to deal with. Because they supposed to be all touchy, they supposed to be all nourishing, they supposed to do all these things for you, but behind closed doors, some just inappropriate shit is happening. Or maybe not even behind closed doors. Some people bold, they be doing it in the store, touchy feely, but people just like, oh, that's so beautiful. That's what they supposed to be doing. They're so affectionate, but they really harming them. You know, that's the intriguing part of energy that is very hard to deal with sometimes, and I get it, but that's Cancer's energy. It's the light in the dark. It shines and enters in that energy. And honestly, that goes right back to the hard metal. There's people who speak about it, but somehow it still get missed. And that's just an example, honestly, that I just from me pulling the energy at the moment, it made me think about it. That reminded me of like hard metal, honestly, what they be talking about in those songs. Like that's pain, obvious pain, but pain that seems like it get ignored. Then you got Pisces energy. It's a family structure, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's like some incest business, honestly. Rape and stuff that's in a close vicinity. Then Scorpio energy. It's a pair. It's stuck. It's stuck. You can't get out of it, or you feel you can't get out of it. So that can literally be same sex energy. You in a family structure, you just can't leave out of there. You a minor or something. You're stuck, or you feel stuck because you just can't leave. This is a lot in that energy. That's a lot in that energy, Jesus. I had to look. Cancer's energy. Long journeys. Takes a long time. That's why that patience and calm is important. That's a hard. I feel why I cried. Jesus Christ. you probably be in pain for a long time. Honestly, you shouldn't be, but it takes a long time to recognize it, or for somebody to actually speak out about it. Like Speak Up came out. There's people who know things. Like imagine a tarot reader. I'm using myself as an example metaphorically. You see the answers, but you don't say nothing about it. Like you know, but you just don't say nothing about it. And you need to, because that's somebody else's answers. That's what I was getting at earlier. That's the intriguing part. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. Because it didn't feel like a Me Too aspect. It's just you have the answer that somebody else needs so they can feel heard or seen, or nobody else think that is going on. That's what I was trying to get at earlier. Is that energy. And I can't believe all the water is together. I didn't even notice that. Like we do got Earth. Earth do come with equipped with all of it, honestly, and it did come out balanced on all aspects between Capricorn, because Capricorn is a Earth base, and it comes with water, it comes with fire, it comes with air naturally. And one comes with the arrogant energy. I'm on it. Got the arrow. I'm headed right to you. No word is. Who dare fucks with mine energy? You best believe Scorpio is going to show out in a beneficial way, not in a way where it's like, oh my God, now you the problem and things like that. No, that's not how that one operates. And then you got Virgo, the first responder, popping up with the perspective that you need. I hear you. I see you. No worries. And then Taurus, it's balanced. It's probably somebody who's been through the same thing as you. Or they like me. I see it. I might not been through, but I see it. What an energy, Jesus. I want to shuffle through the Oracle of the Universe really quick. I'm still amazed at that. That is really amazing to me. That all the waters were together. I mean, dealing with the sun and moon together. It's together. The reason I want to say it's to remind me of the eclipse energy, but I don't know. Honestly, just remind me of it. But the eclipse, I actually witnessed the eclipse this year for the first time. And it was intriguing because I honestly, first I thought I missed it. But it's like, I don't know how you can think that you missed the eclipse because it got real dark. It got real dark. And that's the type of energy, like you are already in the dark. That's the intriguing part. You're in the dark, and just imagine the sun coming out when you in the dark. That's why I feel like it reminded me of the eclipse, but it reminded me of like the flip side of it. You're in the dark, but just the sun's coming out. Like, oh my God, I'm heard, I'm seeing. It's like it's not dark no more. You can actually see what was going on. But as I was saying, I've witnessed eclipse this year, and it was so amazing. Honestly, it was almost terrifying. It looked like the way it got so dark, you would have thought like it started raining real bad. Cause it just got real dark and cloudy. It was intriguing. It was almost terrifying, honestly. How it got so dark. Like it never got dark before. Like we get used to like the AM, it get all bright, and then when it get PM time later in the day, like evening, afternoons, not afternoon, but evening time, it started getting dark. Like now we in the hours where um it started getting dark like at 5 o'clock. Like 5 o'clock PM, it's pretty much dark. Like you would swear it was like 9 o'clock outside. That still bothered me sometimes. Like 5:30 or something. It's dark. It's dark. Like my mind still ain't processed it as into. I still be thinking it's like 9 o'clock. Like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. Then I look at my phone, but oh my God, it's only like 5 or 6 o'clock, and it's dark. My brain still ain't processed it, honestly. I ain't gonna lie. I still be amazed and I still be thinking that it's real late. Like, oh my God, the day over with. And the day don't even be over with. It's just dark. Where was I getting at, Jesus? Like I just rambled a little bit and forgot what the heck I was even thinking about. The eclipse. Yeah, dark. Yeah, it just got dark. And then I do believe that the sun came back out. Like it got right back light again. So I think all that happened was, I think this is what happened, honestly. Um, was the moon that covered the sun? I don't know, but pretty much I think that's what happened. I think the moon covered the goddamn sun. And it got dark. And then that's intriguingly the energy that is at hand. This is dark situation. This is dark. But you got the sun and moon out at the same time. That's why you got Libra and Taurus is balanced. Gemini and Virgo are first responder with two perspectives. You got the dark and you got the obvious. Mommy and daddy is on the scene. Mommy and daddy is on the scene. Oh, time is it, Jesus? I'll be down in a minute. Yeah, I am. But I didn't realize what time it was. Been here. So busy going. Um, Mommy and daddy is on the scene, and they are on it. Like, and I don't mean like the normal mommy and daddy. This is spiritual guidance. This is goddamn cosmos. This is the universe, mommy, daddy. It's balanced. You got both of their perspectives. Passion is in the air. It's in the air. That's why this is spiritual guidance. Then, as I said, my two favorite. You got the arrogant one and one who can hit all the frequencies. That's the intriguing part. And I really do wonder, like, is that who energy is that? Is that the sun or is that the moon? Which one's the arrogant one? And which one is the one who just hit every frequency? And if you have to be like realistic, Sagittarius is fire, so that's the sun. It's all obvious. It's obviously about to stand out. And then Capricorn is Earth, so it probably is the moon metaphorically. It's more gentle. It's hitting all the frequencies, and it's in the dark. It's light in the dark. You don't think it can even happen. That's the intriguing part when it comes to that energy. That just blew my goddamn mind, honestly. I ain't even gonna lie. It blew my goddamn mind. I can see back on the path now. The past, right mindfulness. It probably was being patient. Suffered in silent. Or actually not suffering in silent. Because mindfulness, the way that it just came through, I don't know if it's the same aspect, but you needed to project something. You had to say it. Maybe not suffering in silence, but being patient. Trusting in the aspect to speak about it. Even when people say you're crazy or things like that. Or it's not true. Not believing you when you're saying it. Because in the present, it's the right view. And then the future is right concentration. That's the intriguing part when it comes to that path. That makes a lot more sense. And then tune out distractions and seek hidden treasure. I think I need another message from there really quickly. From the divines. This is a lot of divine energy. I see it now because it came out in the doggone zodiacs. In the houses. Make no judgments. Begin to explore. Build on solid ground. That's important. And reasons. Reasons, build on solid ground. Begin to explore. Make no judgments. Leave at the bottom. Keep your commandments. Keep your commandments been on full display a lot. Who behind you? Reach for the stars. Count your blessings. Yeah, such beautiful energy. Very, very beautiful. Sad a little bit, honestly, I haven't gonna lie. Even had me water myself really quick. Then as I get deeper into it, it's like, oh my God, this is a lot of pain. But it's healing coming in it, and it feel like just an awareness of it where it wasn't. Definitely that make no judgment and go back to what I said before, like you need compassion in there. You probably don't even know the full story. You might be one who working off one perspective and you don't know the other one. And the other one might be an energy. You have to be spiritual. It's in the dark happening. That's the intriguing part of energy. People be so quick to judge, and this one don't make no judgment because you're gonna be wrong. Begin to explore. You need to know more. Build on solid ground. Yeah. Is there anything else, Spirit? Is there anything else? Go to the middle. Let me keep saying go to the middle. There's a lot in here. Think things through. Think things through. Make a plan. Think things through. Make a plan. Is there anything else? Sixth house and eighth house. As I said, sixth house is going with a service or a debt or the need to take you off focus. Somebody either trying to take you off focus or you're doing a service, which we are in holiday time on top of that. So most people are naturally in service, but you might be doing a service like me. This is like caseworker energy. There's a lot within that aspect. As I said, a service or a debt. You're working off a karmic aspect. You might got some bad karma, which everybody got debt. That's the intriguing part. Um, and a part of healing that. Everybody seem to be in the healing aspect, whether they're doing a service to heal their debt. Oh, did I say that right? You're doing a service to heal your debt. And this is from generations. Generations, you know how somebody died and then you had to pick up their debt and things like that. It's one of those metaphorically, but it's a spiritual base metaphorically. It's the wheel of fortune, honestly, and how you handle things. That's the intriguing part. But as I said, it's coming into service or debt. You dealing with one of the two. And it's definitely in the healing aspect. And then on the other side, we got the eighth house, which is scandals or something that's hidden in secret. And we're also dealing with these energies, a here and after energy. Because I picked that up from the jump. Definitely when it comes to a loss, to learn that they're still there. They're still there. They're still there. They're still there. They remind me of the affinity sign. The affinity symbol, like the circle that's like this. They're still there. They're come through the air. They can actually operate you. There's times you're going to realize you're being operated, and it's probably them. The thing is, how do you recognize them? I'm trying to think, have I ever had that experience? I know I have. It's just off the top of my head. Because you might smell them. You just know. Like you should be able to know that it's not you. And hopefully you do recognize who's guiding you. Sometimes you don't. You have to seek and realize who is operating me. It's almost the energy of who you praying to. You know who you pray to? A lot of people don't know who they pray to, so of course they probably don't know who's operating them. Which you have to sit and observe yourself and learn yourself. Which I'm actually reading the book, and that concept is the science of self-recognition, but you have to go way back to that aspect of even learning who you pray to. If you're a person who pray and you don't know who you praying to for sure, people just pray. They just tell you to pray, but they don't actually let you know who you're praying to. Sometimes people are really praying to the... Oh my God, how can I express that, Jesus? I'm just going to say it in the form of what it is. You normally pray to your ancestors. That's what you normally do. Yeah, that's what you normally do. But a lot of people don't even think it's a family structure at all. They just think they pray to some little random person that's might not even be their structure, honestly. And there's nothing wrong with that, honestly, because there is people who guide you who is not from your structure. I get people who guide me sometimes. That's not my structure. It's not my family structure. They just believe in me. It's the same concept when it comes to Taurus and Libra. We believe in the same thing. They need me to project the message through for them. They know I will. Because it's a natural balance. It's just like you have friends. I don't know if I can get that example. Jesus, there's so much. I don't know. That's the message, you guys. That's the message. So remember, be kind. You are a reflection.